श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वकादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। Dear students, in this particular video, I am just going to brief up about Panchatantra in general and Mitra Samprapti in particular. Through the wisdom of its fables, the Panchatantra offers a vision of ourselves, what's and all in so doing. It makes us aware of the fact that solutions lie within ourselves. The Panchatantra is a collection of folk tales and fables that were believed to have been originally written in Sanskrit by the great Hindu scholar Pandit Vishnu Sharma more than 2500 years ago. It offers insight into human behavior, though the characters are entirely from the animal kingdom. The exact period of the composition of the Panchatantra is uncertain and vary from 1200 BC to 300 CE. Some scholars place him in the 3rd century BCE too. Vishnu Sharma chose the fable as his medium because he understood that humans can accept their own foibles if they are presented entertainingly, narrating as stories about beasts which we think inferior to humans in many ways. In this particular Panchatantra, you can see the tales of greed, treachery, stupidity, deceit, and other human qualities are unraveled like a matroshka, a succession of Russian dolls within dolls. The morals in the Panchatantra are not preachy tales of good overpowering evil. The story conveys a message that which are direct and very simple. Malicious gossip can destroy even great friendships. Never trust an enemy. A reformed enemy is an oxymoron. Deceit is the only way to overcome an unscrupulous enemy. Caste, color, and religion are no barriers to forming lasting bonds. Against tyrants, unity is strength. An intelligent man can overcome adversity by the use of his wit. The stories in this book aim to impart the deeper wisdom of life through the simple portrayal of animal characters. The stories of the Panchatantra offers us the possibility of making our lives richer and more beautiful and meaningful too. Through the wisdom of its fables, the Panchatantra offers a vision of ourselves, what's and all in so doing. It makes us aware of the fact that solutions lie within ourselves. The use of animals to present this message is particularly significant since animals are not sentimental. Panchatantra is perhaps the oldest collection of Indian fables. It is a Niti Shastra, which means book of wise conduct in life. The book, as already said, is written in the form of simple stories about animals and each story having a philosophical theme and moral message. Vishnu Sharma was the author of this anthropomorphic political treatise called Panchatantra. He lived in Varanasi in the 3rd century BC. He was a Sanskrit scholar and official guru of the then Prince of Kashi. He wrote Panchatantra to teach political science to his royal disciples. According to the legend, Amara Shakti, king of Mahilaropia in southern India had three dull-headed young sons. The king's minister Sumati suggested appointment of Acharya Vishnu Sharma as the official instructor for the princess. Vishnu Sharma was already 80 years old but was known to be a savant in all the Shastras and the theory of politics and diplomacy. The king decided and called Vishnu Sharma and declared that if he was able to make his sons into able administrator, he would gift him 100 villages and gold without bound. Vishnu Sharma politely refused the gifts and replied, "Oh, revered king, I do not sell my education. I have no desire of any gifts, but I pledge to make your sons into able administrators within 6 months. If I fail to fulfill my pledge, I would change my name." Vishnu Sharma, however, realized that it was more difficult than he had thought to teach his new dull-headed students through conventional means, and there was a need of a creative way of teaching. Therefore, he composed many captivating and charming short animal stories, each with a lesson, and tied them in 5 parts called tantras. This collection that has attained over centuries is called Panchatantra. Panchatantra comes from the individual words Pancha and Tantra. While Pancha refers to the number of 5, Tantra refers to ways or strategies related to inner fulfillment. The 5 parts or tantras are titled in Sanskrit as Mitra Bheda, Mitra Samprapti, Sandhi, Vigraha, and Aparikshita Karakam. There are 5 principles or strategic themes one needs to keep in view for intelligent living. The English equivalents are the loss of friends, the second, the winning of friends, part 3, crows and owls, part 4, loss of gains, part 5, considered action. After listening and understanding these stories, the 3 princes became highly knowledgeable in politics and able administrators. The very first line of Panchatantra, it seems, says that the stories compress the worldly wisdom contained in all books in the world. Thus, the Panchatantra came into origin. It has influenced literature all over the world since the time of its conception. Vishnu Sharma is one of the most widely translated secular authors in history. The Panchatantra was translated by many Westerners, and according to Abbasid Caliph, he claims that second only to the Quran in popularity. After reading Panchatantra, one can realize that the magical herb was knowledge and the corpse was none other than ignorance. The running theme of the Panchatantra is knowledge is the true organ of sight, not the eyes. So, dear students, I repeat, knowledge is the true organ of sight, not the eyes, and is a practical guide to Niti or the art of intelligent living. So, here I would like to conclude this wonderful introduction for Panchatantra. A reference to this Mitra Samprapti, here I would like to make some remarkable observations. for your kind perusal. This is the second section called Mitra Samprapti, or the gaining of friends. The main story is about Crow Laghupatanaka and his friendship with Hiranyaka, the mouse, Mantraka, the tortoise, and Chitranga, the deer. And the other stories evolve from the main story. The focus here is on how to build and maintain friendships, and how friends can prove loyal and useful